I'm Paula Boland, and you are with Paula B Coaching, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Hey, welcome back. All things real estate with Paula B Coaching. Hey, listen, it's time for you to like and subscribe. Go like and subscribe. Click on it. Share this with a friend. Tell other people about this. All that we talk about in here is how to get to millions through real estate investing, all things real estate. Well, all things like, developing yourself as a human being, but as you make lots of money, okay, in real estate. All right. What I want to share is I wish I would have known this when I first started flipping. I wish I would have known this. So what I wish I would have known when I first started flipping is that it is overwhelming when you first start. And what is overwhelming about it all is that it is a lot of information, right? I mean, here you are, you've maybe not done this before, but most people that I work with have been successful in their life in other ways, right? They've got an successful coaching business, they've got a successful, whatever it is, retail business, or maybe they're doing real estate already, but then they come in my world and they're like, oh my God, what you're talking about is like growing fast. We move fast in my world. You have your first project in 2 weeks, and in about 1 month, you're moving on to your second and third. We're making $50,000 a pop. We move fast, right? And if you haven't done this before, I mean, I even have people that are coming out of retirement that are doing this because they want more in their retirement and want to leave a legacy for their family, and they see that this can happen, right? When you first start doing this, it's new. It's new. It's like, do you remember back when you were riding a bike for the first time? I mean, you know how shaky you were and somebody like running behind you holding that seat and all the things. I mean, you weren't like, just getting up like you did, 6 months after you learned to ride the bike and you just got on it and went where you wanted to go. You were like watching everything, and you only wanted to do it for a few minutes, and then you'd overthink it and you'd fall over. I mean, it's kind of similar to flipping in your first flip, which I teach flipping first in real estate investing because it teaches you everything you need to know. And so imagine that, learning everything you need to know through one process, a flip process. It's a lot. And that's why, having a mentor is really, really helpful, because somebody that's behind you holding that bike as you learn to ride it, right? Okay, so, but one thing that that'll happen when you get into this, and it's new, you're uncomfortable, and then all your fears are coming up because you're uncomfortable. Like, what if I do it wrong? Oh, here's the big one. What if I lose money? What if all the what ifs, and then how do I find a place? How do I know what to do with it? How do I get the bank financing? There's all the hows and what ifs, right? Coming at you. And if you start getting like into that, and by the way, if you haven't, go listen to my episode about mindset, because that'll help you too with this. But if you start getting into that, all of a sudden you get stuck. You start overthinking, you stall, you don't want to do it, you start going like, well, I'll just learn for a while. I hear that a lot from people that are starting to work with me. I don't want to just go do, I don't want to do a flip yet. I just want to learn from you for, several weeks. And I'm like, oh, heck to the no, let's go. You invested in me. I want you to get your money back on your investment, dude. So, I'll run behind the bike and hold it, right? And why that's coming up is because you're expanding, you're becoming bigger. And when you do that, like all your fears, all your overwhelm, all the stuff attacks you, all right? So I wish I would have had someone to tell me about that when I was first starting out, to tell me that is going to happen, that it's perfectly normal. You're doing something new. You've got a lot of things coming at you at once. But I also wish somebody would have said to me, but don't stop. Keep going. And I knew inside myself, like in my first flip, that I wanted to do this, but it was really messy, and it took me a lot longer than it could have, and I didn't make as much money as my clients make because I got myself overwhelmed. I got myself in the ditch. And then I'd stop. I wouldn't do something. I wouldn't apply to the funder or whatever. And I wish I would have had that. I wish I would have known that. And the bigger thing I wish I would have known is, so what the heck do you do with it, right? So here you are, you're doing this flip. You know you got to get the funder. You know you got to get the place. You know you got to find the right neighborhood. You know you got to find. I mean, if you watch my other videos, you know all this, right? You know you've got to put this together because you want the at minimum $50,000 profit. But it's just start hitting you all at once, and then you're like, well, what do I do? Here's the number one thing: just tune in right now. Just calm down, take a deep breath, and this is what I want to tell you to do. Stay in the step you're in. I'm going to say that again. Stay in the step you're in. All right? This process, the process of investing in real estate, the process of investing in flips, it is steps and it's strategy, right? And if you can't really get the steps, like it feels like all those steps hit you at once, especially when you got your project and you're trying to get the funding, you're trying to find out, put your scope of work together, you're doing all the things. When you have all of that coming, it feels like it's all hitting you at once. So just take one step and stay in that step and forget about the other stuff for a little while. For instance, if you are looking for a project and you're trying to find something that works in the neighborhood, go do the research on how long things stay on the market. Go do the research on what's a great neighborhood, what neighborhoods in your area or elsewhere that you want to flip are making good money. What are some projects that, do some research. ChatGPT is your friend, honey. Go do that, and then that's that step. You don't need to think about all the other things. So what if just stay right there. And then you'll know that, and you'll know where you're going. And then you can jump on Zillow and start looking for some places, right? And then once you get on Zillow, you can start doing some things. So stay on Zillow, look on homes.com, look for some potential projects, write the addresses down, and then go look at comps. Comps are comparables. That's how much things are selling for that are done up already. I mean, see, I'm telling you steps. And it doesn't really matter, like I can tell you next to go find your funder and, to figure out how much you're going to put in the budget. You should have had a contractor tell you that already. But what the point of this is stay where you are right now. That will totally and completely calm you down. You'll totally and completely get that part done with calmness, and it'll lead you to the next step. It'll lead you to the next thing to do. And you won't be running around thinking this is too hard, you don't know what to do, feeling like you want to cry, feeling like you want to poke a nail in your eye, that it's just too overwhelming. And this is also how you can keep your day job for a little while and do this, because it's not going to take as much time. When you stay in the step you're in, you're probably going to get done with that step in an hour, at most, and then you can move on to the next thing when you have time. So you're not trying to run all over the place, be all stressed out and not sleep at night. You just do it in chunks, like they say, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? If you can remember, stay in the step you're in, that is going to make all the difference, even as you scale this business, it's going to make you actually a millionaire. So that is the key. And I wish I would have known that when I first started doing this.
Hi, I'm Paula Boland, and I want to tell you something. Your business is not just about strategy. It is about spirituality. It's about connecting to a divine power that'll lead you. It's about intention. It's about intuition. It's about manifestation and magic. And when you put all of this together, you cannot help but explode your income, explode your life, and live from passion. So if you've been grinding it out and listened to all those words about grinding and, hitting it hard and all of that stuff, and you feel burning out, let it go, because I'm going to show you how to put this together, put your business together, have the great amounts of income, great amounts of what you want, create it all from a spiritual place, an intention-based place, a place of peace and a place of joy, that you can take care of yourself and your family and create a legacy without burning out, without feeling overwhelmed, and with so much joy, and you'll be in service to the world and feeling on purpose.